Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a really fast and easy art journal layout, and I am doing the Take 5 challenge that 12 ladies here on YouTube do each month. I am not officially on the team, but I do love doing the challenges, and this month the prompts would be to finish in 15 minutes, so you'll see me set my time in just a few moments. Make use of white space, circles, distress oxides, and the color blue. I'm also including a challenge from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party for the month of July to go ahead and use orange on a project, just pops of orange on a project, and that challenge was given by Kathy. So the hardest prompt this month would be to finish in 15 minutes. And I went ahead and gathered up a few items I know I want to use on this layout beforehand. And I'm just showing you that I punched out that circle element from that Daphne's Diary insert with my circle punch, and I'm going to begin my timer right now. So to begin, I'm going to work on my circles, and I am using that circle stencil. I believe that is a Vicky Boutin stencil, and I will go ahead and list all of the items I used today down in my description box. So be sure to check that out if you want to know exact colors and so on that I used on this layout. I also pulled out a Distress ink pad and two blue Distress Oxide ink pads, so that covers my blue prompt. And for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club challenge, I pulled out the orange ink pad as well. So here I'm just going to go ahead and start applying some of these circle stencils all around my page and leaving a bit of white space on the outer edges of my circles. So I am going to speed through this video, but I will not be cutting out any parts of it, so you'll definitely be seeing my full process for today. So here I'm just applying the lightest blue right now, which would be tumbled glass, I believe. And next up I will use broken china. So next up I will add this blueprint sketch, which is the darkest of all three blues that I used today. And you can see I just went right in that distress ink without changing out my blending tool, the pad. But it's okay, I used baby wipes afterwards and just wiped it off, and it came off really easily. And you can see the color still came through really dark and nice. So I absolutely love this dark blue. Next up, I will go ahead and add little pops of orange as well. That would be for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club challenge. So I ended up adding a bit more orange than I intended to in the beginning, but I love how it turned out. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, I should have done a one-page layout with just about 15 minutes to do a layout. I should have chosen a smaller journal maybe and a single page instead of a double page. But I love how this turned out in the end. It's not very fussy. There's not a lot of elements on there, but I do manage to get in enough to the point that I really love how it looks. And that's what matters in the end, is that I love how it looks. So here I added in my orange, and next up I will go ahead and add that circle. So now I have this big background to fill up, and all I had planned was that one circle element. I had nothing else in mind when I started off this project today. So I went back into my Daphne's Diary magazine, and I'm cutting out this other circle element in orange, and you can see there's a bit of pink on the top of it, which I did not want in there. So I am gonna go ahead and use some matte gel medium to stick those down to my page, and I will put the other circle element on top of that one, so that way it can cover up the little pink spots that you see on the top of that circle that I'm adhering right now. So another one of the prompts would be to make use of white spaces, and you can see I have some white space above and below my main area on this layout, and I decided to go ahead and use the Blueprint Sketch ink pad and add some splatters to those white areas. I will also go in with a Posca paint pen, a black one, and add a doodly border around it. And I also go in with that same ink pad and ink the edges of my pages as well. So at this point, I have everything covered on my page for the prompts, except for the 15 minutes, of course. My timer is still running, but I wanted to add a bit more to this page. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some stamping to the background using these Tim Holtz rubber stamps. And I am gonna use one of the ink pads I used previously to add those circles. And I'm just gonna add some of these strips of circle numbers to the bottom of my focal point, and begin a little cluster to the top left as well. So at this point, my clock, of course, my timer is counting down my 15 minutes. I'm probably below 4 or maybe 5 minutes at this point. And I'm thinking, what else can I add to this page to bring it all together? So I'm just adding in some washi right now. And these are from Tim Holtz. And I'm adding some below the focal point to the right lower corner, and also to that little cluster that I'm building to the top left. And I will go ahead and add a Julie Nutting doll in just a few moments. But here I am adding that doodly border with that black Posca paint pen. So you can see here, I pulled out these word phrases, but I just did not want to add any more words to this layout. I needed something else. So here's when I will grab this little container I have with these dolls, paper dolls, and I grabbed maybe the second one I saw that I felt would go well with this background. And she's dressed in black and white, so it definitely matches well. And I'm adhering that using some matte gel medium. So at this point, I'm almost out of time. I believe I will show you my clock in just a few moments. And I'm thinking, what else can I add to this page to finish it up? Here I pulled out some more Julie Nutting die cuts, but it's so many to go through. And at first glance, I'm not seeing anything that I wanted to add. And then I grabbed my butterflies from Tim Holtz. And these are acetate butterflies. I will go ahead and adhere 3 of them to the background. And I will use Glossy Accents to adhere them. Now, my background is so busy that you definitely do not see the adhesive on the back. And I believe it dries clear anyway, so you probably won't see it even on a plain background. So here, my time has officially ended. My 15 minutes is up, but I still keep going. This will be the finishing touch to this page. So it probably took me about 16, 17 minutes total to complete this layout today. And if I chose a smaller journal, I might have been finished on time. So I hope you guys enjoy this process, and it shows you that you do not need a lot of time to complete a layout. A beautiful layout does not always have to include a lot of details on it to be beautiful. As you can see here, I absolutely love how this turned out, and it only took me about 17 minutes or so, under 30 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So let me know what you think down below in the comments, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the process. And I want to thank you all for watching today, and be sure to come back for another art journal layout next week. So until my next video, bye.